done throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. And the Spartans will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Wolverines offense will start this game off. A state divided. They started playing for the Paul Bunyan Trophy, the big wooden lumberjack, back in the early 50s when Sparty joined the Big Ten.
And so nice to have you reach to have all those data from when you were in high school and when you were in college back in the 50s. And you know the record.
Hit the gas, kid! Wide open ahead. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. They'll run it from the gun. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Pocket starts to collapse. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And he tacks on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Michigan State Spartans offense will go to work for the first time. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back, and this defensive end can put him there often.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Getting some heat. Finds his big tight end. Finally run. He has this offense rolling with a 1st down. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. After the big 1st down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. It's a draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. The Spartans will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're
going to let it fly. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. He wants to throw. Got a man. It's Stewart. Finds a little space. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Wolverines have their offense in high gear. On the move, it's Marshall. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. Touchdown, Michigan! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Oh, look out! And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. And the Spartans in the hurry up.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The Spartans are threatening in the red zone. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense grabs it, and they're taking it the other way. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. USC has the lead right now, but kind of fittingly, the men of Troy have been in a battle today. They're up by 7 over Nebraska. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football, so the quarterback says, you know what, I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll leave it with him. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They're getting this guy lathered up. He's there to make the stop. Guys, these two have been showing contempt and disdain for each other for more than a century. First meeting back in 1898.
Yeah, and my goodness, you think about all the years, all the plays. You think about Mike Hart a few years ago. What was he talking about? Little brother. That stung Michigan State so bad. The hatred for each other is what makes this game so fun to follow every single year.
And I always feel in this game specifically between Michigan and Michigan State, it's the big-time players and the Heisman candidates that have always stepped up and made big plays. So I can't wait to see what the best players in this game are ready to do.
Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He gets a hand on it. That's a live ball, and the defense has it. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball.
And he's running in the open. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Takes the handoff. It's Marshall. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 coming up. He's looking to throw it. Got his man quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Handoff from the shotgun. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. And the Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
First down for the offense.
They're going to ride this running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Snags it over the middle. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Well, the receiver was able to make the catch on the slant throw, and then he got north right away. He creased the defense with his speed, picking up extra yardage after catching the slant.
They'll go back to the ground. Hard running there.
Small game, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Grabs it in the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Spartans are in the red zone.
And first down for the offense.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got his man down the middle. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football late.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language.
Going up top. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've done...
Afterburners coming. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. He's going to pass. And the ball is intercepted. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. The offense lining up for a first down play. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is great.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Wide receiver coming across in motion. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Sweet feet on the move. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Hauls it in, looking for space. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. No good. Because no game is perfect, something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film. So the offense has had enough, they'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Wolverines will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play. and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Finds his tight end. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Got it set up on the outside. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Spartans decide to punt it away. He's got great speed. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
And the defense gets to the quarterback. On that play-action fake, the action was the quarterback got clobbered after he faked the handoff.
Yeah, it definitely didn't work. The fake is supposed to be the most important part of that, to try to get the guys to suck up just for a second. But you can tell the offensive line, they weren't able to hold their blocks. Defense got to them and got the sack.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Right back to the well. Still on his feet at the 45. Ripped off a huge sharp play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Looking down the middle. It's caught downfield. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Snags it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. And they've moved closer and closer, and still they need 2 yards. 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And don't forget, they've already had a field goal block. And this one splits the uprights. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Going downfield for the big play. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
And as they get him to the ground, clock's running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Dealing with a 2nd and 10 from the 20. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. And he's wrestled to the ground.
You know, and that's a route this offense practices all week long. You really have to have great timing when you're throwing these out routes. There's nothing a defender can do on that one. Perfectly thrown, well caught. Nice job getting his feet in bounds.
Get it out on the screen. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Now on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. And the Spartans are moving quickly down the field. The aerial assault continues. It's complete on the right side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. Oh, he not only blows it up, he picks it off. Takes it the other way. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Wolverines. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick-6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Got the quick pass. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. He's looking to throw. It's complete. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. The defender got caught red-handed. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. The incompletion brings up a second down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Makes the grab. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the... He'll take the deep shot. And he's got it at the 25. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. The Wolverines have a nice little cushion in that Paul Bunyan trophy almost within their grasp.
Sparty can't quit, though. This game means too much. In the rivalry, in the conference play, in recruiting, Sparty now has to dig deep, and they've got to fight back. Just takes one play, Dave.
Yeah, and these guys are a bunch of underdog guys, right? These guys are the ones that are talked about in this rivalry as inferior to Michigan all the time. You've got a chance to keep fighting, showing what's inside your chest.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if you'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance.
And the ball is picked off. He was looking for a little more on that return, but he hands this offense a short field at the 35. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give as they work on that clock. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. He's racked up 92 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Run in the red zone, it's Marshall. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And that last run leaves them with a 3rd down. Will they keep it on the ground?
In other schools around the country, slippery run.
From the shotgun, they'll run it.
Mercyhurst University, 31.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan! And the pummeling has started. That ought to be enough to make this this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs.